Today, I hop on Roblox Find the Berries to find as many berries as possible. We'll have to sprint and crouch our way through obstacles, ponder about a multitude of puzzles, and even explore the North Pole. There are so many secrets to see in this episode, but we have to start from the beginning. Alrighty, and we are here with Find the Berries. It looks like in this game we have a quest log on the left side here, so it looks like to start our beginnings, we have to talk to this blueberry here, and we've got this nice little arrow to lead us right on here, so let's see what you have to say, friend. There we go! That's the blueberry found! And what do you have to say? Hey, go find 5 berries. Now! Oh my goodness! Alrighty, well, we have a little objective to shoot for here. We have to find 5 non-event berries. Well, just behind the blueberry, our friend over here is standing next to what looks to be maybe a flame bearer. What do you have to say? The lamplighter berry. There we go. It says, please don't take my lamp. And oh, look at this. We hold them over our head before collecting them. That's so cute. It said, please don't pick up my lamp. So what happens if we press E on this here? We have found the lamp. Oh, I'm not so sure what that's used for. I mean, it's not a berry, so we still have a few more berries to find, but maybe we could use that lamp somewhere. Ooh, this game has a crouch mechanic. If we press C here, look at this. We bundle up into a little ball, get on our knees, and crouch through this little cave crevice for the beetleberry. Very interesting. So not only do we have to keep our eyes peeled, but we also have to look out for our friends hiding in little tight places and stuff. I am loving what I'm seeing so far. A lot of cool ideas at play here. I'm wondering if we can stand on top of this to maybe jump up here, and maybe we can... I may have to use sprint for these. Sprint makes the camera go a little wonky, but looks like we're gonna have to maybe do one of these. Can we make this jump here? Not quite. What? How do we get to our friend up here then? Maybe we have to fall from someplace higher. Oh wait, or maybe we just jump up here. This tree's a little shorter after all. Now if we turn on sprint, we can jump over here. The leaf berry, an uncommon berry. This one's green. We can hold that over our head and put it in our pocket. That's such a cute little animation. I love that. I'm never gonna get tired of it. Trying to stick close to our blueberry friend here, let's see if we can find one more. This one's gonna be one found through joining the group, which we can for sure do at a later time. Maybe we can climb these trusses here. Not so sure. Well, we can definitely climb it from this side here, so let's hop up here and see what we got. Looks like we have 2 friends up here. We have this 100k berry, a unique berry for the game getting a bunch of visits. Hold that over our head. And over here is the 500k berry. Very cool. Always a good little hit of dopamine when these games give us a bunch of free berries like this. Although it looks like those 2 were considered event berries, so we still have to find one more non-event berry. It looks like there may be a friend waiting for us at the top of this obby over here. Let's see if we can do this. It seems like it's a little bit of a tower here. Have to make sure we're smart about our wraparounds, but yeah, that was nice and simple. There's the sparrowberry, another uncommon. Looks like it's a little bird fruit perching up on this high vantage point with its wings. Well, with all of these non-event berries found, let's head back to our friend Blueberry and see what they have to say. Whoa, night has arrived. Interesting. Not sure if that has any implications on what we're doing, but good to know. Let's say hi to Blueberry here. Blueberry says you did it. Nice work. Here, take this notebook as a reward. So this is probably gonna be our berry dex if I had to guess. Oh, you can use it to take notes on anything you find, like codes. Oh, now go out there and find all the berries. It's literally a notepad. Honestly, that's a pretty nice feature. Doesn't save across joins, but yeah, if we find like a puzzle solution, for example, we could just put it on in here to remind ourselves later. Basically what I've been doing for all these other Find the Games, but now it's actually incorporated in the game. We'll give that a little star as well to bring it down into our hotbar. Very nice. Ooh, there's a news post here from the Daily Berry. There's a criminal on the run. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming we can't... Oh, we can! This berry was unrelated to the news post. That's Alpha Berry. Collected by playing this game in Alpha. Nice. I have to assume that this criminal berry post relates to this wanted poster here, so I'll keep an eye on all this stuff, but for now, as you all know, I would like to stick close to spawn and see if there's any gimmies over here. For example, there's our little owl friend over here, but I don't know how we're meant to get into this tree. I guess we can do a run around the cave's perimeter here and there's a little way to climb up here. I'll quickly make our way up. I'll observe that sphere in a moment, but I want to grab our friend here before it's daytime. The owlberry! As I'm assuming that owls only show themselves at night, we probably can only collect them at nighttime. Good find by us. While I was scaling this, I also noticed, look at the undersides of these platforms. Do you see something out of the ordinary here? On the left side of our screen, look at our little sneaky mossy friend over here. Now I just have to find out how the heck do we collect him. Maybe we jump down to this tree and then bonk up here? That's how you do it! That's the mossberry! That moss was really comfortable. Interesting take, mossberry. We'll just go ahead and collect you, and actually, since I mentioned it earlier, let's check out our Berrypedia. Look at this! They're even sorted by biome and everything. We've already found 6 out of 16 in this starting area here. Very, very cool. There's a little boulder over here with a 10 over it. I don't know if this is a code, or do we have to click this 10 times? No. Okay, well, this is why we have our notebook. Let's open up our notebook here and write down I don't know, stone boulder with a 10 next to it, above the cave. We'll maybe investigate that later. Speaking of the cave, what is going on in here? I want to look around the outside here before diving into that hole, because this looks very, very walkable. Here we have these gaps that we can't jump over because of the roof, so what we have to do is turn on shift lock and walk sideways. You'll see when we're sideways, our feet are actually wide enough to clear the gap here. If we were facing forward, we would fall right through. But lucky for us, the batberry is ours. I wonder if that was another berry we could only find at nighttime. Very interesting to think about. Oh, and in this corner, this was the buddy on the thumbnail before I joined this experience, the rockberry. I thought he was so cute, and looking at this little face right here is what sold me on trying out this game today. I was like, what's not to love in a face like that? Well, that's probably all there is to do out here, so... Well, day has arrived, and let's take a look. Our bat friend is still up there, I guess because he's in the cave, but is our owl friend still here? Look at that! The owlberry flies away during the daytime. So there are day-night cycle exclusive berries. We'll have to make sure to keep our eyes peeled then. That's an interesting mechanic to make you have to re-explore areas at different times of the day. I don't think I've played a Find the Game with a mechanic like that just yet. Very, very interesting. What's going on over here? I know those arrows are pointing us that way, but it's a Find the Game after all, so my first instinct is to turn the other way and instead try to figure out what's going on down here. Wait a second, do you guys remember our secret power? We have the crouch key in this game. Now in our crouched form, maybe we can squeeze down here? Maybe if we turn like this? Okay, I can get out of crouch mode here and, oh, we can investigate this very, very skinny tunnel. Ooh, it is very tricky to fit through here while in our crouched mode, so we kind of have to sneak on back and forth. Very, very tight cave here. You can only fit through it while moving sideways, which is why I'm moving kind of like a crab here. Ooh, I see what I think is some light at the end of the tunnel. If we crouch and move through this sideways, who the heck are you? The soccer kid berry! Oh, he's been trapped in here for weeks, but we've saved him! Our first super rare berry! Yeah, that was a very tight maze to get to our friend here, and to be honest, I think we're stuck in here now that we're at the end, so let's go and do our good old reset to get back to spawn. Oh, and with that, we got the reset berry. What a risk taker. Go us. I wonder how many berries that puts us up to. 9 over here and 11 overall. We're making some wonderful progress. Let's head inside this cave properly now and see what's going on over there, because I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that there's no other secrets hiding in that super tiny maze. Oh, look at our sad little mining friend over here. The miner berry. They want help to get out of here. My friend, the exit's right over there. You should be able to find it. I believe in our friend. He can make his way out. In the meantime, we have to come over here with our friend and... Oh, interesting. Over here in the mushrooms was hiding our mushroom berry friend. Aside from them, which we will now hold up here, look at that smug little grin. Aside from our friend, there seems to be a little barricade here, so if we want to get farther, we're probably gonna have to do some puzzle solving, so let's return here at a later time and see if we can get some answers. In fact, I think I've done enough in this spawn cave area that as long as there's no friends hiding over here, and doesn't look like there is, I am pretty content to move on to a new biome. Let's see what other sites there are to explore in this game. I'll just gotta put on my running shoes here and we are hitting the races. Ooh, over here there seems to be some sort of forest. Interesting. There's also a little spawn point here. Ah, we can set our spawn to the biome that we're currently navigating. And then if we reset, we'll end up here instead of the little area at the center. Very nice. At the top of this quick little rock precipice here is sitting the salal They say, "What's up? This is the forest." Thank you for the introduction, friend. And who is in here? The thimbleberry. Can we crouch in here and collect you? Not quite. First we have to talk to you, so let's see what you have to say. I just made some delicious soup. I wish my friend could have some, but he's all the way over at Ice Lake. He must be freezing over there. Can you help me? If you can deliver this soup to my friend Cloudberry, I'll let you collect me. Ah. Well, I know we just got to the forest, but I have to help our berry in need. Sure. Oh, look at that. Look how happy they are. They're shouting with joy. Now we have thimbleberry soup. Delicious soup from thimbleberry. Let's go ahead and bring that to our hotbar here. And look at this, there's even a little arrow showing us where to deliver it. Very convenient. Well, all there is to do now is follow our little arrow here. Ice Lake, very, very pretty area. Oh my goodness. We'll definitely want to explore this area more thoroughly in the future. But for now, here's our other friend in this little cozy tent, just like Thimbleberry. If we can slip in here and, oh, there we go. We can collect Cloudberry first of all, and then look, he has something to say to us. Is this soup from Thimbleberry? Thank you. It's delicious. Nice. Chowing down on that stew, and we can go return over to the forest and collect our prize. I would use the reset feature, but good old BuckBuck used the spawn point over at the Ice Lake, so I'm gonna have to run back over to the forest, but lucky for us, this little alleyway gets us there in no time. Here we are. And now that we've delivered the soup, we should be able to collect Thimbleberry. Thank you for giving the soup to my friend. There we go, the thimbleberry, a rare berry. Very nice. Now it's time to do some more investigating. What is there to see in the forest? Well, first of all, there's this little cliff here with our friend. We can't climb up the leaves of the trees, but I might be able to climb up the mountain somewhere else. Maybe there's a way to get up there from this side? I don't want to travel too far into the ice lake, and it seems like it stops there anyways. Let's head back over to the forest and maybe look at it from this side instead. Or maybe there is a way for us to climb up this tree here. Maybe this tree is an exception. Whoa, sure enough it is. With this, we can jump right over here. A couple of jumps lead us to the squirrelberry, making squirrel sounds. We are racking up those rare berries left and right. Ooh, what is this? There's a little, I don't know, it looks like a green arrow with a green line? I'll call this a green arrow and bar. Let's open up the notebook. Green arrow and bar. Forest. This is about how rough my note-taking tends to be, but it gets me there, so don't judge me, alright? Oh, well, wait a second. I should have looked ahead 2 more seconds. This is obviously what that's used for. There was a little green bar that, oh, we can click on this. Does this mean anything? Huh. Oh, interesting. So let's see. If we go over here and look at this bar, the bar is filled up all the way. So I'm assuming we have to fill this green bar up all the way over here. Just like that. Very satisfying, might I say. So interesting. It's kind of like those traditional number or code puzzles that we get in other Find the games, but this one is more like a physical puzzle instead. I've never seen something quite like this. It's very cool. I guess that means we can delete this hint that we wrote for ourselves here, since we figured out what that's used for, and now we know if we find any other bars across the world, like this purple bar here, we know where to put them. Let's see, that looks like it's about 1/3 of the way full, so we can just swoop this up to about 1/3 or 1/4 like that. It seems like they snap into place for you, which is very appreciated. And now I want to keep my eyes peeled, because now I'm thinking maybe all 5 of these are found in the forest. I can't say for sure, but maybe. This doesn't look like there's anything else sneaky on the backs of these trees or anything. Just making 100% sure though. Okay, I can live with that. That's thorough enough for me. Because what I want to investigate now is this little hive over here. I have a good feeling stepping into this hive is gonna maybe take us somewhere bumbly themed. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What do I do about this? Okay, well, that definitely subverted my expectations. I guess if we want to tame the bumblebee, maybe we have to do something else. I'll try to activate it one more time and start running this time. Maybe we have to run with our friend somewhere, although it looks like she's slowly gaining distance on us, and I don't know where else she would want to go. Nighttime has arrived, and it looks like this isn't a thing that we can just wait out or anything. It looks like she's inevitably gonna get to us, so... Oh, maybe we have to bring her to this campfire. Wait a second, does this do anything? Campfire! Campfire, go! Okay, maybe that wasn't the answer. I was thinking about, kind of like the smokers from Minecraft or something. I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll figure that out in due time, though. I wonder if this campfire does anything. Do you have anything new to say at nighttime? Oh, same dialogue, no worries. Since we do have day-night cycles in this game, I do want to just do another look around for friends like this. What are you doing here? A cute little friend. The raccoonberry! What are those weird pillars for? That's what I'm saying. And we collect our friend with his little tanuki tail, and we are well on our way. What's this little button doing here? Can I give this a press? Whoa! Open up the side of the mountain to reveal the deerberry. Very, very sneaky. What was our friend doing behind this cliff face here? Well, no matter. We have found him now. Okay. I think... Oh, wait a second. Is that firefly anything? I guess there's a handful around the forest, but is there a way for us to climb up this at all? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe they're just for decoration. We can try to collect this one, I suppose. Oh yeah, they just look like they're for fun. Well, cool. With that, we found a good chunk of the forest berries, a good 6 of them. So let's take that progress, pocket it, and head over to the ice lake. I did say I really liked how this biome looks, and well, actually, first of all, I see something at the end of this little parkour here, and you all know BuckBuck can't help but do a little parkour when he sees one, so let's head over here and do a couple of these jumps to see what's going on over here. What are you about? Huh, can't even pick it up or anything. It's an orange flower. Well, this is what the notebook's for, I guess. Orange flower, parkour near spawn. The notes don't have to make a lot of sense as long as I understand them. That's my motto. Heading back this way, I noticed this little platform here. Because of our camera angle, I would have never seen this before. But lucky for us, the grassberry is ours. We hurt our friend by stepping on him. He said, "Ow, why did you step on me?" I apologize, my friend, but I'm sure you understand. We have to find all the berries after all. Very interesting that we can actually climb into any tree in the world here. I don't know if that means we're gonna have to do a lot of tree exploration, but for now, I'm gonna head back to the ice lake with that in mind. Back to the ice lake, the snow has begun to set once more. Ooh, there's some sticks over here. I mean, I just got here, so I'm not too sure what these are used for, but sure, I love picking up things. Woohoo, sticks! Our character's very enthusiastic for these sticks. Let's see what's lurking around. This corner feels a little shady. They put this little rock here, so I want to make sure that there's nothing going on, but it looks like you're safe for now, suspicious corner, but I have my eye on you. Ooh, there's some rocks over here. We'll pick those up as well. Awesome, awesome. I wonder if we're gonna... Aha! Exactly what I was thinking. I was gonna say, I wonder if we have a little snowman to put back together. Well, let's take our rocks and give him his eyes and buttons. Let's take our sticks and give him the arms, and I'm assuming all we need is a carrot for the nose. So let's go looking for a carrot. Maybe inside of this little tiny house here there would be something, but it looks like we need a key to get inside, so that area's off limits for now. We can look through the window to get a little peek indoors, and I don't know much of what's going on in there, but I don't see a carrot of any sort on the countertops, so maybe this carrot will be found elsewhere. Oh, there's a little gravestone out here. Rest in peace. I do wonder if these flowers mean anything. They look kind of like that orange flower at the end of that parkour, but I'll leave it up in the air for now. Ooh, let's head over there. What is that in the distance? Is that the carrot we've been looking for? It is! There's our carrot! Let's put that in our hand immediately and sprint on over to the snowman! This should be the last of our snowman building challenges! Plop that on? Is that it? I guess that's not it! Maybe we have to find a friend who asks us to rebuild this snowman, and maybe then they will let us collect them, but either way, that looks like some nice handiwork by good old BuckBuck. Let's head back and actually let's make sure to set our spawn here at this ice lake, and then let's see if we can collect our little penguin friend here. He's doing circles around the place. And just like that, we can sneak and collect Penguin Berry. Waddle waddle, that's a lot faster than waddling in my opinion. That is some high octane sliding if I've ever seen it. But no matter. Let's look around under this porch to make sure there's nothing going on, and also around the back here. Oh, look at that. There's a friend hiding in there, and there's also a lock code on the wall over there. Wait a second. 8252. Can we use that to unlock this door here? Is there any way for us? Oh, sure enough. Nice and easy. Well, it said 8252. to. And just like that, the door has unlocked and we are inside the cabin. Oh, and there's a top hat in here. Before we investigate any further, that's the final step for the snowman here. How can I forget? Every snowman needs a nice little hat. There we go. That looks very dapper. Is there still more steps though? That is crazy if so. Alrighty. Well, we will leave our friend there. He's looking very snazzy at the very least. We can even see him out the window here. Coming inside the cabin, I would like to investigate for any mysterious oddities here. I'm noticing we can see under this lake here when looking through the glass. I don't know if this is intentional or not. It looks like the bottom of the lake was designed with people in mind. That looks like a cave entrance, so I wonder how the heck we're supposed to get down there. Interesting. Whoa, there's a cute little goblin in a picture frame here, and then there's a bunch of drawers to check. Oh geez, there's some code here, isn't there? 0x00, what the heck are we doing here? 0xb7? What is this? That's some sort of code cipher that I don't even know. And then there's an empty drawer at the end. Okay, well, I'll just write down. Well, this is a quest menu. I didn't even notice that one. What I meant to open was the notebook. Well, I'll just write mysterious paper code in drawers, comma, cabin, snow cabin. Sure, we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. Now, a lot of these Find the games love to stick something in the campfire, so let's see if we're running on similar ideas here. Whoa, I see up there the Santa berry coming down the chimney. Very nice. I do love this little crouch mechanic that this game does. It's very, very unique. It allows us to sneak through places we wouldn't be able to previously. And actually, in showing off the crouch mechanic, I see a friend on the table here. What the heck are you doing here? You were sneaky. You almost completely were hidden from my view. The snowberry. Oh, they love the snow. Well, great biome for you to be in, my friend. Let's stop beating around the bush and head inside this room here. This is the lock code that let us in the house, and there's also a little computer here, although it doesn't look like we can interact with it. There's a bed, there's a drawer, and there's a scarf. I assume this is for the snowman friend. Maybe that's the last step. But before we deliver the last step, let's check this little trap door here. Whoa, interesting. I guess it's locked. Alrighty, well, if we figure out how to get into there, then maybe we can figure something out. In the meantime, let's head on outside and deliver this scarf. Grab our backpack, grab that scarf, and deliver that to the snowman. Here we go. What's it gonna be? There they are! The snowman berry? The snowman berry! A super rare! Very nice find. Look at our friend. I wonder if the Berrypedia has anything to say about him. Ah, this is where they have hints in this game. Find different materials to build a snowman. Nice. We can also add pets in this game. Oh, look at that. Our little friend can trail behind us. How cute is that? We worked long and hard for our snowman berry, so I'm happy to have him trail along for a while. Let's head up this mountain here. This feels very, very climbable. So I'm imagining there's gonna be some secrets waiting for us at the top. Though I'm also making sure to keep our camera a little zoomed out so we don't miss any secrets lurking about on our way up. Whoa, into the ice mountain, and they've obscured our vision, so we're not quite able to do what I was doing. So now I'll have to move around a little bit more, just to make sure they're not being any sneaky beakies on us. I'm still content on continuing to scale this mountain though. No snowstorm is gonna prevent BuckBuck from completing his goal of finding all the berries. It is very tricky to see though. This snowstorm is really doing a number on us. I haven't seen any berries so far, but now we have a little sign to worry about here. Caution, ice ahead is my guess. Keep our eyes peeled, or oh wait, never mind. Keep nothing peeled. There's ice we have to break. Is this lamp gonna do anything? I guess the lamp is nice to see a little bit farther, but yeah, this ice isn't gonna get broken by a little lamp. Maybe a flame or something, but not a lantern. So I guess we have nothing to do but head back here. I guess we can jump along this side just to look for any more secrets, but ultimately find ourselves back at the ice lake. I guess we never did a really good inspection of this side of things. Maybe there's something going on over here. Ooh, what is going on down there? Is this anything? The present factory? Oh, and it's the Northern Lights. Look how pretty those are. Wow, this is a lovely, lovely picture. If only I could hide my mouse here. Oh, wow, very, very pretty. Alrighty, well, let's see what's going on in here. Actually, first let's see what's going on around here. Like, what's this? Is this anything? Maybe not. This crouch feature really has me looking through every little nook and cranny. Being able to shrink our height is such a cool little feature. Whoa, there's a little hedge maze around the outside here, and we can turn our camera up to see into the end of it a little bit faster. Whoa! Falling down the patch of hydrangeas took us to the candy cane cave. And there's a little obby for us here, or a pretty long obby for us here. Well, BuckBuck has never shied away from an obby, so let's unpack this one together. These feel like some pretty standard jumps here. It looks like it's balanced to where I don't even have to use the run button, so that's very nice. Interesting, there were 2 ways to go here. A few more jumps. Looks like we're getting closer and closer to the end here. Little slide or ramp to haul us down through this like present shoot style thing. A couple more checkered jumps here. And there we go. We have made it to the end of the candy cane cave. What awaits us in this little safe vault here? The Joy of Gathering. We'll pick that up. We found the Joy of Gathering. I'm not so sure what that's used for, but oh, it tells us what it's used for. Well, that's very nice. Glad that I checked. We can teleport up here and oh, this takes us to the top of the present factory. Well, I guess while we're here, we can say hi to our friend here, Elfberry. They're saying, "Psst, hey you there. Do you think you can help us out? I'm one of the elves working in this factory. Right now, everyone is on vacation. Well, everyone except Elf Lord. He's been working all day and night. He wants to create the perfect Christmas, but he's missing the point. He's working himself to exhaustion. We have to show him the joys of Christmas again, so he realizes what he's doing to himself. The first one is a present. Find the parts to make a present and bring them here. Alrighty, so first we have to assemble some sort of present. We need to collect 5 parts of a present. Okay, well, there's one part right here. We can deliver that there, pop that onto the table. There's a second part here. Pop that onto the table. We're looking around for parts to make a present. Maybe one of these will work us through. Actually, you know what? I just had a thought. Our snowman berries are kinda sorta getting in the way, and also, I don't even know if our friend would survive in here, being made out of snow and all. It is indoors, so let's remove our pet for now. Maybe say hi to him later. In the meantime, I don't think there's any other parts to this present lurking around this room, but maybe they're lurking around in other rooms. So with this Joy of Gathering here, maybe we can deliver this to the Elf Lord. Hello, Elf Lord. There's your Joy of Gathering, and let's hear what you have to say. We kinda got the gist from your friend in the other room, but I wanna hear it from you. I need to keep working. Christmas is soon. Yeah, he is totally in a little bit of a pickle here, so we need to show our friend the joy of Christmas. Looks like we can read his diary. I don't mean to pry, but let's see what this is about. Dear Diary, the lights of the workshop usually hum with the cheerful chaos of my elves, but now silence. They've gone off on their well-deserved annual leave, enjoying the beaches or mountains or wherever one goes when they're not crafting wonders. I tell myself I prefer it this way. No distractions, More time to dedicate to the one thing that truly matters, the perfect Christmas. I've been buried in these blueprints and the data from the labs, those thrilling experiments designed to push the boundaries of present me. They've called me a workaholic, that I should take a break, but what good would that do? The joy of children, the magic of that one special morning, it all rests on finding that ultimate breakthrough. There's no time for anything else. So here I sit, surrounded by research, while the rest of the world unwinds. This is where I belong, tirelessly pursuing the impossible. It is the only way. Wow, our friend is in a big pickle here. Well, luckily this is another piece to make a present, so let's go and deliver this to our friends. Our elf friends are shorter than us, which is why we have to crouch through these walkways here. Very clever. And let's see if there's any more present pieces lurking. There's this one here, maybe the box that the presents will go in here. Oh, there we go. And is that everything, or are we one short? We are one part short. So I'm gonna double check Elf Lord's room here. Just make sure there's nothing on this table that we could take from under his nose. Is this anything? What the heck is this? That is something, the fifth part, some ribbons. Good find. Day has arrived, and with that, our final part is here. It's the joy of giving. We can pick this one up and deliver this to our friend. Let's deliver this to our friend. Do you have anything new to say? Nothing yet, so we must have one more thing to deliver to you. In fact, we can maybe check our quest log here to see. Find and give Elf Lord Barry the 4 joys of Christmas. I see. Well, we've already found 2, so yay us. What else do you have to say? You made a present. The other 3 joys of Christmas are hidden throughout this factory. Find them and bring them to Elf Lord. Okay, so we don't get much more information to work with, just that there's 2 more joys. So time to open the notebook and remember this. 2 hidden joys of Christmas. Elf Factory. I feel like a detective. Let's see what else is going on here. We're looking for 2 joys of Christmas, sure, but we're also looking for berries, like the present berry. I was suspicious of these present stacks, especially with this 2-dimensional friend here lurking among the 3-dimensional boxes. Anything to do with this little Christmas tree here? Maybe not. Whoa, there's something hiding under this table here. Can we? Yeah, we can crouch under here. What's going on in the present lab? Holy cow, this place is awesome. Got a bottle of hydrogen? I'm a chemist now? Oh no, we're doing some science stuff here. There's some sulfur as well. We're just grabbing straight chemicals down here. What's all this about? There's the periodic table of elements, and there's another door over there. There's a bottle of iron. There's a bottle of zinc. I'm just grabbing all the bottles there are. There's silicon. Okay, and there's another. There's beryllium. I think that's 6 bottles under our belt. Maybe there's a 7th over here too. There's 2 more over here. There's lithium, and there's boron, and there's sodium. Okay, well we have absolutely, oh wait, there's one more over here, nitrogen. Okay, we have absolutely filled our inventory, and there's even more up here, holy cow, copper. So what are we doing here? There's more over here, isn't there? Chlorine, carbon. Wait a second, I have an idea. All of those elements we just picked up, I think, are the first elements in order of the periodic table. For those who haven't seen a periodic table, this is a table of all of the components of our universe. Everything in our lives can be broken down into these base materials, and this is called chemistry. This periodic table shows us all of these elements broken down in a pretty little way, grouping them by similar attributes. All of these ones at the top here are numbered such, and all of those little vials we just picked up correspond with these. I remember picking up hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon. So maybe we have to put these in order somewhere. Not 100% sure, but I'm trying to come to the solution before we fully explore everything. I think that's cool. Down here, I think this might be an item to collect of sorts. No, it's a berry, the clean berry. Well, we'll make sure definitely not to drink that. Let's put that somewhere safe and sound. That is cleaning utensils. And what is going on in here? There's a little puzzle and some boxes. Anything hiding up on this little railing here? Maybe not. But what does this say? There's some lab coats over here too. Lithium, I think that's silicon, carbon, sodium. I think this is silicon. So what is 16? And what is Michael Jackson doing here? Sulfur. Okay. I don't know if this is anything. Lithium, sulfur, carbon, sodium, silicon. Let's write it down. Lithium, sulfur, carbon, sodium, silicon. Well, we'll make a note of that. Maybe we have to use those 5 in that order somewhere. Maybe this big machine over here. Is there anything to do with these interfaces? Maybe this interface? Huh. Very, very interesting. Maybe in this room over here. Whoa. This looks very, very much like where we want to be. What is going on over here? Notes on wisdom. Read. Today I had an idea. What if wisdom could be gifted to children? This way we could instantly teach them how to deal with life's problems. And who better to ask than Wisdomberry? I climbed the ivory tower to meet Wisdomberry. She told me that I should not think of gifting others wisdom when I barely have any myself. Perhaps she is right. Interesting. There's a lot of lore to unpack here. There's also notes on Moby Rick and notes on mooks. I guess we'll start with notes on Moby Rick. I found a strange waxy material while trailing the Moby Rick. I imagine it can be used as some kind of fixative or for paint. Interesting, okay. And what's going on with this Mooks character? Baby Mooks are incredibly remarkable for their ability to regenerate after being split. I discovered this curio of knowledge accidentally while bringing a baby Mook with me to the volcano. I was trying to mine a rock when my pickaxe flung and split a nearby baby Mook in half. Remarkably, it regenerated without any sign of pain. Parts of a baby Mook can be easily harvested without harm to the Mook itself. Notably, the legs of a Mook can be used for toys. I've decided to raise a Mook at the lab for further study of the effects of this harvesting on its well-being. Whoa! So there's one of these baby Mooks lurking about, maybe. Interesting. A little bit of puzzling dialogue for sure. Is there anything in this basin here? This feels like the receptacle that a berry would pop out from after completing a puzzle, but I guess I'll leave it for the time being. Doesn't seem like there's too much else for us to do here just yet. Very, very interesting though. There is some secret things at play here. Also, a character right there. I don't know who that is. Can we do anything with that? I guess not. Maybe just a little Easter egg. Well, now our inventory is full of chemicals, and I'm not quite sure what to do with them, to be honest. Ooh, there's more chemicals. There's oxygen. Maybe if we collect all of them, something happens. Maybe that's all of them. Maybe we can do something over here now. Interesting. Fair enough. I guess for the time being we can come back here later. They've stumped me. I sat there running around that lab more times than I can count, and maybe we just don't have the materials we need to do that stuff yet, which is totally fine. The beauty of these games is no progress is ever lost. We can always come back later and figure that out for ourselves. In the meantime, we can, I was gonna say check inside this fireplace, but they've put up a pesky little barrier to stop us. In the meantime, maybe we can go through these double doors here and, now we find ourselves at the entrance. We kind of worked down the factory in reverse. So what's going on in here? There's some toys and presents on display. Very, very cool. And what's behind these doors? A nice little hallway into what looks to be some large dining area with a little TV and everything. Past this room is a cutely decorated room, some empty drawers, and what's going on in here? Ooh, some bedroom clothing. So this is, yeah, definitely a bedroom of some sort. That's Nicki Minaj. Interesting. The wall decoration in this area is very, very interesting for sure. And what else is going on in here? A whole lot of empty drawers. Okay, well, I guess that means there's nothing for us to solve at least, except, wait a second, there's one thing hiding in these drawers. What the heck is that? What do we do with this one? Huh, is it even an inventory item? Oh wait, there's an arrow pointing. There we go. Nice. I totally forgot about this feature actually. I should try to hold out the bottles of chemicals and see if they'll lead me somewhere. Let's put this thing over here and maybe we can, oh, I see. This is making a recipe. Okay, little cooking mama up there as well. Well, I guess we can grab what we're able to grab up here, maybe. Is any of this grabbable, perhaps? These drawers aren't interactable, although this candy is correct. There we go. Well, there we go. That's some more candy. There's some butter. We need brown sugar, flour, salt and pepper, and some eggs. Well, there's some flour. We can stick that on the plate. It's slowly coming together. We can check inside these drawers for the brown sugar. Throw that on there. We just need the eggs and then some salt and pepper. Gordon Ramsay's here too. Well, there's the salt. We can grab that at least. Now we just need pepper and eggs. Is there any sort of refrigerator? Oh, here we go. Nice. There's the pepper, and I'm imagining the eggs are in here somewhere. There's the eggs, hiding on the little counter there. Very, very sneaky. And just like that, that is not a cookie. What are you, gingerbread berry? Oh, well, either way, we have to cook you first. Yes, baking gingerbread. Very cool. Oh, and this is on a timer. Okay, well, good things come to those who wait, so we will be sure to return and investigate that in, well, 5 minutes. Now, is there anything else for us to explore? We have not been down here, I think. Oh, this is just a shortcut to the outside. So what's in this little warehouse room? Any secrets hiding back here? That's our notebook. Is this a maze of sorts? Maybe not. Ooh, we can jump over the rubble. And wow! Well, first of all, there's a safe here, but it's locked. I'm wondering if we have to do this puzzle to unlock it. I've done puzzles like this before, so this is not new to me, so allow me to explain for those of you who don't know. This is a pipe puzzle. There are these little pipes at the edge of the screen, and I'm assuming what we have to do is make this pipe connect to all of the outsides here, which means we can, yes, rotate these to make them fit with each other. Now, the strategy for these is kind of hard to describe. I'm very fortunate to have done a lot of these in my day, so I have a pretty good intuition for figuring these out. As we can see, we are absolutely flying through this puzzle here. They look intimidating, but it's always important to remember not to freak out. Just remember you don't need to get overwhelmed. Ooh, there's a little interesting maneuver we have to do down here, it looks like. Something like that. It's coming together just like this, and I think, looking at the whole board, this is the last one to rotate. One more click. Oh, wait a second. Silly me. It's this one. One more click, and there we go. With that done, can we open this? There we go. The joy of journeys. Nice. We can deliver that to our friend Elf Lord. And that just leaves one more joy to go. I'm not sure if the friend we're baking in the oven is the fourth joy, or if this chemical puzzle thing is the fourth joy, which reminds me, can I hold one of these and have it tell us where to go? No arrow pops up when I hold any of these. So I'm still scratching my head on that one, but there's a chance that's another puzzle entirely, so let's keep looking around while we're still waiting on our gingerbread friend to fully bake here. Is there anything hiding in the snow patch here? Maybe if we crouch real low, we can get some better vision in here. Doesn't look like it. That would be a really good place to hide a berry, though. I would, if this were my Find the Game, I would definitely hide something a little devious in there for sure. Now, we've already been inside of this little patch of flowers here, so we can head back around this way and maybe take a look at our oven and see if our gingerbread's done. Before we head back in, I'll just double check that there's nothing going on around the outside here. Although yes, it feels like this place is mostly an interior puzzle. Let's head up here and return to the kitchen. Less than a minute to go. Nice! While we're waiting on that, we can run upstairs and deliver our third joy to Elflord. Still not sure how to find that fourth joy, but maybe it'll present itself to us. We'll just have to see. The joy of journeys. And we have one journey left. That elusive fourth journey. Where the heck could it possibly be? Well, in us doing this, our gingerbread should be ready for collection, so let's run on down the stairs and back to the kitchen. Actually, yeah, look at that, perfect timing, right there. And with that, we can claim you, place you on the table, and give you a collect. The gingerbread berry, another super rare. Look at that, wonderful progress. And with that, we are up to, how many? 28 berries. That's almost a quarter of the way done. Some lovely progress by us.